This was awesome. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, what's up, Hilo News family? This show is brought to you by Baptist Health's Pine App. Healthcare at your fingertips with the Pine App. Head to HiloNewsMiami.com right now to learn more about their app and all the new features created to improve your healthcare experience with Baptist Health. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, what's up, Hilo News family? Welcome to a special edition of the Roundup, our news show where we talk about hot topics and news going on in South Florida, especially Black and Brown South Florida. I'm Janae Tate, founder and editor of Hilo News, and now that we got all the formalities and news and all this stuff and ads out the way, let's fucking talk about what's going on with Virginia Key Beach. Excuse my cussing. I'm pissed because I just read some of the articles about what's going on, and this is just unacceptable to me personally. Now we're going to get the facts out and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to pull up some stuff on the screen so you guys can see. So yesterday I'm minding my Black girl magic business and I get a text. I'll leave my source anonymous right now because I didn't get her permission to, speak her name, but I'm going to tell you what was said. So she's like, Janae, you heard what's going on. Have you guys been covering what's going on with Virginia Key Beach? I got so confused. I'm thinking she's talking about what's going on with the drama in Coconut Grove and them, taking, I think, redistricting and rights from the community there and just messing all that up over there. That's a whole nother thing that I want to bring some people on to talk about. But I'm thinking she's talking about that. And then she's like, no, the beach, the historic Black beach, they're trying to kick off the board, which is mainly Black people who manage the park, and the city wants to take over. They, it's this whole thing going on. They have a meeting today. They're going to be voting on it. And she's like, it's just sad the media and the community doesn't know anything. It's been radio silent. And I was just like, what? I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like I had seen nothing about it. And so I started digging into it and just trying to get understanding of what's going on. And child, it's just not been good from what I've been seeing. It seems a little sketchy to me. But like I said, I'm gonna give y'all the facts and the details on what has been done and then what I've been hearing from the streets. Okay. Yeah, T Bernie, this is definitely so sad. I agree. And it's so disappointing that people show up out for concerts, but not for community event issues. You're right. And T. Bernie, I definitely want to have you on the show to talk about what's going on in Coconut Grove. You've been the one that's keeping me abreast with that. And I would love to have you on to talk more about that. But yeah, in this situation too, like what's going on is super sad. And unfortunately, the community, a lot of times we don't know. And that's why Hilo News is, working extra to make sure that we're going to be a part of that solution. Especially right now as we're growing our team, we want to expand our coverage and also do more content like this where we're breaking down issues that matter to us. So one of the first things that we saw was this letter. Let me pull this up for you guys. So I saw this open letter from Black members in the community, including Terry Williams, Eric Knowles, who I want to have on the show. I see Suzanne McDowell, Willie Logan, Oliver Groves, John Hall, Audrey Edmondson, Patrick Range, who was actually the grandson of Athlete Range, who's like a pioneer in Miami, and Pastor R. Joaquin Willis. And you can see the full list. We'll be posting that on Hilo News as well. But this is a tweet that we saw from reporter Isaiah Small from the Miami Herald. And this open letter was from these concerned community members and leaders begging that the city does not dissolve the board. And so they're asking, and they also copied Daniela Levine Cava, mayor of Miami-Dade County, and they're asking for them not to do this. And so they're saying, as concerned Black business owners, leaders, and clergy in Miami-Dade County, we request the resolution to change the composition of the board of Virginia Key Beach be denied or removed from the city commissioner's agenda for October 13th, which was yesterday, and because it is inconsistent with equitable economic development. That's a whole other thing. So what you have is a board of community members who have been managing the parks trust, the overseeing of what's going on, and also too, they have plans to make a Black museum there. And you know, back in 2019, two city of Miami commissioners, two Hispanic commissioners, I'm going to pull that up too, said that the board has been mismanaging funds. And so this started this whole issue with what's going on with the Virginia Key Beach Park Trust. And so also too, I want to bring up that article as well, and read some stuff from there too. I found an article from the Miami New Times that was talking about it. And so let me bring that up for you guys as well, so we could pull up a little bit of information. And so the city was they're saying that there's accounting issues and theft. And after their investigation, they found that there was no theft. And so let me read this paragraph for you. It says, when the city of Miami commissioners dressed down the board of trustees in control of Miami Historic Black Beach, they pointed to a document that the public could not see to accuse the board of wrongdoing. And this is an article from Miami New Times. And they're waving around a draft of the audit of the trust. A document shielded from the public disclosure. Commissioners Joe Carullo and Alex Diaz de la Portilla said the Virginia Key Beach Park Trust was poorly managed. Diaz de la Portilla accused the board of malfeasance and said the trusts were caught with their hands in the cookie jar. So he's insinuating, he's saying that they are stealing money. And so the article goes on to express that there had been some accounting and reporting issues, and that the board hadn't been reporting their minutes to the city as required by Florida law and the city of Miami law. And so that certain things hadn't been reported properly. And so there was the investigation. COVID paused it. The board, did some cleanup, fix those issues. I'm pretty sure what it sounds like to me is that they just didn't have the funds to employ a full-time bookkeeper and accountant to keep those things up to date. Also, too, there were some issues with how things were reported. But after the investigation, there was no evidence that anything was stolen. And so what these commissioners were claiming was the issue why they needed to take over, there was no evidence that supported it. And so even in the commission meeting yesterday, there were community members saying that we need an apology for you guys saying that we stole money. We did not steal money. Yes, we needed to, get our act together and our paperwork together. But as far as mismanaging funds and stealing from the community through this trust, that is not what we were doing. And so it was just interesting that the city of Miami was still, banking their claims on this when there was no evidence to support it. And so I'm like, okay. So then, child, there was the vote yesterday, and 4-1, unfortunately, the advisory board lost. And so the city voted yesterday to take over the advisory board, ousting the majority Black community members who have been managing this board for years. And if you go and look at the history of the historic Virginia Key Beach Park Trust, excuse me for fumbling that's a lot of words to say at once. It had been a board that was formed after the park had been closed for like decades. Like the park had been closed in the 80s. It was only being used for training facility and park rentals. And then I think in the late 90s, early 2000s, they created this board so that they can manage the park and open it back up to the public. So, it could be a space that's celebrated and used again, that like it was in its heyday. And let's just, think about what's going on, like what this looks like, the logistics. I mean, not the logistics, the optics of this. You have a majority Hispanic board taking over a space that was managed by the community, managed by people that it was created for a reason that that's unfounded, that has no facts, that's not based in anything. And it's quite sad that it's like, why are you taking our things? Why do you feel like we aren't deserving to manage this on our own? Here's the thing, we have been managing it on our own. We're the ones who fought as a community to bring it back. The city of Miami gave us this, not gave us, allowed this board to manage it. They're managing it, and it's still not enough. Now, the tea is the people saying that Christine King is behind it. Commissioner Christine King is behind it. And we're going to pull up her picture so y'all can see, because I posted something about it yesterday. Yep, I'm pulling up all the things. Yep. Tell them to get at me. Because what y'all not going to do is think y'all going to take Hello News for play. We is not for play. We going to keep bringing up receipts, okay? And so let me pull up this lady so y'all can see her. Her name is Christine King, and we're gonna pull up the Spanish men too, because we're not just gonna get on a black woman. If we're gonna call you out when you ain't right, but I ain't gonna let her sit up here in this by herself. So I posted this yesterday, and I was like, "Woo, child, the city minding people. Why did y'all elect her?" I was like, "The people are saying she just, was a part of Debo and the Virginia Key Beach board and kicking off the mostly black community members." And so this is Christine King. And so Christine King is an interesting player in all of this to me, because she sat on the board that they wanted to take over the parks advisory board. So she sat on the Martin Luther King board, and ironically, the Martin Luther King board members and people in that organizations were the only people in the community during public meeting, according to Miami Miami New Times article. They were the only ones who supported the commissioner takeover, and Christine King was on that board. So you see the correlation there, where it just seems sketchy as fuck. Also too, let me pull up this. Let me go to City of Miami website, so y'all can see the Diaz Portillas and all the people who wanted this to go. And the real shady part about it is one of the Hispanic commissioners didn't even sit through the public comment. He ain't show up till it was time to vote. So there's that. And why this is significant to me, and why I feel like we need to care about this as a community, is because this is our things. These are our things. During Jim Crow, during segregation, when we had nowhere else to go, when y'all felt like we were 3/5 human, we were not good enough to touch y'all white water. Don't let me. Y'all pissy, y'all salty, y'all like y'all better than y'all not better than. Y'all made us go to this beach. You know what we did? We made it fly. We made it good. We made it ours. Okay. It was so good that even immigrants and different people from different cultures and nationalities who came to Miami during that time, they were coming to our beach because it was lit. Because you know what black people do? We're going to put our stamp on it. We're going to make it good. And it was ours. And to me, it just seems fair that a place that y'all felt like we could only go to, we should be the ones to manage it in this present day and time. We should be the ones who are responsible for it. And here's the thing. We were the ones who were managing it. For whatever reason, whatever's going on behind the scenes, while y'all feel like y'all need to be the ones managing it, that is not cool. To kick them people off, they've been doing this work all this time, and now y'all talk about, no, we want to take it over. That shit ain't cool, and I'm sick of it. The people, everybody saying we don't want this, and in the commission, the city of Miami commission is just like, we don't care. We finna just take the shit anyway. I hope Mr. Range and all the community members is planning something to come march down and vote y'all out and do whatever they need to do. Because here's the thing, when you don't listen to the people of the community who voted you in, who are stakeholders, who live there, work there, play there, you don't need to be leading us. That's why it's so important to vote. Because when the people don't do what you want, when you vote them in, you vote their motherfucking ass out, okay? You don't get to sit in this seat and call shots, okay? I hope the people, the city of Miami residents, especially the Black Miami residents, and everybody who cares about this, all the allies, I hope y'all are working and organizing, because this is not okay. This is just a small fraction of a thing that they do to us all the time. Take our things, say we're not worthy to manage it and control it, and they come in and take over. What? Stop it. I'm tired of this shit. So now with the new voting, now the city of Miami commissioners will act as the board, and they'll be able to have 2 at-large appointments. So that means that the board and 2 other people, so a total of 7 people now, will be managing the park trust, and all the people who have been doing the work. And I'm gonna pull them up too because they got their pictures. Let's give them their shine. Now they won't be doing it. Now here's the thing: what I love in this article, Mr. Patrick Range was like, "Please know whether I'm on this board or not. You're gonna get this work. You're gonna get this smoke. I'm gonna be here. You are not gonna silence me and just shoo me away." I'm like, yes, Mr. Range, get them together. So, and Miss Christine King is now going to be the chair or the leader of that board now. So isn't that, ironic? And the people are saying she's a proxy. She's been placed in by the Hardimans to do whatever bidding. Look, I don't got no tea or no smoke with the Hardimans. I like Keon. I like his auntie Lawanda. I've heard some sketchy things about other family members, but whatever that is, that's what the people telling me. I ain't saying I agree or disagree, but I'm just putting it out there what I heard. They saying that, it's something with that connection there with her with the Hardimans. So let's bring up the city commissioners. So, and Ken Russell, here he go. Let's applaud him because I actually like what his solution was. His solution to it was, if we're going to take over, let's be able to appoint somebody to it. That's what he was saying. He was like, so in a sense, to me, it was still been something within the community's hand a little bit, even though I don't agree with them taking over and kicking them people out. But at least that way, some people from the community could have been put on it. But then again, that gets sketchy because if everybody gets a choice, then they get to put and pull whoever they want to on it. But whatever. But maybe the community could have had some parameters put in place where they're saying, hey, only certain people who reach these requirements are able to, be on the board. So this is him. He was the only vote, he was the only vote who said, I'm against this. Now let's look up the other 2 peoples because we need to see faces. So this is one, Diaz Portilla, Alex Diaz de la Portilla. I'm going to say it with my accent and with my pronunciation. He is the one who was leading the charge and saying that the people mismanaged the funds on the board and they was not doing right by the monies and was wrong. And you still owe them a public apology. I hope every fucking week the former board members are in your ass trying to get their apology. You need to admit your wrongdoing. And whether you do it or not, we all see and know you wrong. So this is him. Let me bring up Joe Corallo. He's the other one who led the charge that started all this drama with the Virginia Key Beach Park. Here you go, Commissioner Joe Corallo. Excuse me, my Spanish brothers and sisters, correct me and let me know how to pronounce it. And so he was the other one leading the charge, saying this needs to be done. Just sound like some politricking to me. Trickation. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, where this goes from here, there are a few things that I feel like as the community we could do. And I want to actually pull up this petition that someone from the community shared with me that I think, and I'm going to put this in the link when I post this on our website and we post this, that you guys can support this this movement. So there was a petition signed, not petition going around, and let me pull this up. Now I don't know what this could do at this point because I think it was before the commission meeting that they had this going on. But hey, it doesn't hurt that if it's 1 million people signed this petition, that the people are saying, hey, it's strength in numbers. So there's a petition here that I feel like, you guys can support. Oh, and child, we are on we can actually just put this in the comments right here. So let me put the petition right here in the comment section. It's going to go to all the channels that we're broadcasting to right now, which is YouTube and Facebook. So you guys can see that in the comment sections. We just put that in there for you guys if you want to sign this petition to support this cause. And then also too, I think some next steps would be to make sure that you're tuned into whatever is going on with the park. Also, too, I would say let's follow these community members, these board members who were on, who were on the trust board. And so you can, I'm pretty sure they're going to be giving updates on what's going on. And so we actually have plans. I'm going to be reaching out to Mr. Range and Eric Knowles and any people in the community. To me, I feel like it doesn't hurt to have different perspectives on this and different people talking about it. So we want to have interviews with these people in the community so that they can talk to us about what we need to do, the history of the park, why it's important, and what their next steps are to make sure that this park remains a staple and controlled and has the benefits for the Black community. And so this is Patrick Range. You see him. He was the guy at the he was the one who I was saying at the commission meeting yesterday that they're demanding a apology. So in Patrick Range, like I said, he is the grandson of the late M. Athley Range. Like y'all know Range Park right there on what that is, 62nd Street in Miami, right there off of 62nd and like 7th or 6th Avenue. Pioneer. He comes, it's in his blood, okay? It's in the baby blood, okay? It's to be a leader, okay? Yes, Mr. Range. So I would love to talk to you. We're going to figure that out with your schedule. Definitely would love to have you come back on and talk about this in more detail than I can. These are some of the other members also too. Let's not forget Mr. Dick Townsend. Come on, ally. Come on, ally. Mr. Townsend. You're related to Robert Townsend? Probably no, probably who knows with slavery, but we're not gonna give that to you because you're an ally. These are just jokes. Harold Brayman is on here. James Jackson, Maud Newbold, Professor Jean Estini, Reverend Dr. Gaston Smith, Guy Forcion. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So this is the current board that they kicked off. Y'all see what they look like? They look like us. They look like us, and they was like, this is not good enough for them. We need to take over. It's not right, and it's not okay. Even though Whitney said it's not right, but it's okay. No, there ain't no but. This is okay. But like Whitney said, we gonna make it anyway, okay? We are gonna get it together, and this is not the end of this. We're gonna keep following this. Despite what that vote is, I want to make sure that Hilo News is here to support the community members and support what the community really wants to do. So we're going to make sure that we extend this platform to the people who have been in the fight, like Mr. Range and the different board members and different stakeholders who want to see this park remain a staple in the Black community. It is so important to us. Like y'all gotta, I will definitely, I'm going to put also to the link to the Virginia Key Beach website for you guys. Just go on there, read up on the history of Virginia Key Beach, see what you could do out there. I've been there. I'm pretty sure all of us have been there for some event, some concert. Let me put this in the chat. Website to Key Beach. So let me put this here for you guys so y'all can check it out. But yeah, I've been there for concerts. I've been there at one time when I was running track very briefly at FIU, very, very briefly, child, and passed out at Virginia Key Beach. Training out there, concerts, events, like it's a dope place. And the fact that it's historic ground, to me, is holy ground too. It was, when you think about that too, during that time period, that was the only place that Black people can go. So that means every religious organization in that area, people do the baptizing at the beach. That's where they had to go. Events, parties, everything that we wanted to do socially to enjoy this beautiful climate and environment here in South Florida during that time period, during Jim Crow, during segregations. That was the only place your mama and your grandmama and your great grandmama could go And so it is very important that we care about this space, that we preserve this space, that we support them. I think too that maybe some of the issues with the board and bookkeeping was that they didn't have a lot of support. Let's make sure we're supporting and we're volunteering and we doing what that we can to upkeep our things. Y'all already see what they doing in Miami and in South Florida in general, but mainly in Miami. Like, a lot of our things aren't our things anymore. I was just talking to somebody about that. It's like, where do we go? What's like, and but I do feel like we're in a position to make sure that we can speak out and control and fight back on any, I would say gentrification of or deboing of our things. Like, we're in a position now, we have the information, we have the resources. We should know better and be doing better because we have the information and resources. This is not a time period where we were, severely repressed and it was, super difficult. Not gonna lie, they still make things difficult for us, but I feel like now we have more power to overcome those things. We have more things at our disposal. And also to allies, non-Black people, y'all need to care about this too. This is a space for all of us. Y'all like our things. Y'all like to come and enjoy the culture and come to the cookout. This what my grandma had to have a cookout. This is what started with the macaroni and cheese and the barbecues and everything. This was the place. This is the birthplace of the cookout here in Miami. We went there because this is where we had to go. And it doesn't matter that they relegated us to there because we made it fly, okay? It was ours. It was good. And this is something that you guys need to care about because this is history. We're all in this together. And City of Miami, we will be watching you. We will be seeing what you are doing. And please know, and I could tell from the power in Mr. Range's voice, he not gonna let his foot off the gas on y'all ass, okay? And he should not, and neither should we. So thank y'all. Like I said, we're gonna be coming back and keep following this story. We're going to keep bringing information to you guys. It's going to be out there in the ethos and the atmosphere for people to know about it. Definitely go to the New Tropic. I mean, I keep saying New Tropic. Shout out to them, Rebecca Monson and the whole team. But the Miami New Times has some articles. The Miami Times has some articles out. The Miami Herald. Make sure you guys are following and staying up to date. We're also going to do some hyperlinks to those articles too for extra reading for you guys, and our article when I post this video, when I keep interviewing people. So my job here is just to make sure that we stay informed. Thank y'all for rocking with us and coming back. We're gonna be doing some more video content and more roundup, so thank y'all. Make sure before we wrap up and get up out of here, before we do the benediction and say our farewells, make sure y'all are following High-Low News on all social media sites. We're actually now on TikTok as well. Follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, as some of y'all are watching now from Facebook. Sign up for our email newsletter so you get in our weekly updates on the content that we're doing. And of course, always go to highlowNewsMiami.com to just check out what's going on. As always, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, for talking with me. Oh, we're going to be doing some more show reviews too, because Raising Canaan has been getting interesting. Child, we're gonna have to raise the beach up, bring that rock energy to the commission, to our voting, okay? The House of the Dragon, been watching that, reviewing that. And Atlanta. So I'm gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be bringing back panel discussions and hot topics. So y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all following us and liking and sharing. And also too, when y'all being featured or y'all like something, share it. That helps us spread the word. That helps us grow. And so I appreciate everybody who does that already, but just putting that out there in the atmosphere. But thank y'all for tuning in and watching us today on a special edition, a special report. Let me put on my news voice for y'all. Let me show y'all what I learned in school. Let me see if I can remember. Thank you for, look, I can't even get it. I'm so far removed from it. Thank you. Why am I talking like a British white woman? Thank you for watching another episode of The Roundup. We will be back. We will be back next episode. I can't say next week. I'm not going to give y'all that. But also, too, we've been having some new Can We Talk episodes. They are dropping. Go check those out. Drop one today with Chef Chad Cherry talking about Solar Fest happening tomorrow in Lauderhill with Music Soul Child and cooking demos and tasting. Go check that out. But yeah, Make sure y'all tuned in. Thank y'all for watching. And it's been another episode. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay black. Y'all stay lit. Y'all stay everything. I'll see y'all the next time. Hey, hey. Hey, what's up, Hilo News family? This show is brought to you by Baptist Health's Pine App. Healthcare at your fingertips with the Pine App. Head to HiloNewsMiami.com right now to learn more about their app and all the new features created to improve your healthcare experience with Baptist Health. Thank you for tuning in.